Broads Media.
What a joke. What a damn joke. I got an idea for everybody out there. Throw strikes. Ranger Suarez just completely eliminates himself from the game. He loses control. Christopher Sanchez couldn't buy a strike. That was embarrassing. This is Major League Baseball. Followed up by Bilotti. You're hitting guys. You're walking guys. That is unacceptable. You have a 7-0 lead, and you have to bear the hell down. You have to win that baseball game, all right? Bryce Harper ropes 113-mile-per-hour exit velocity double down the right field there, and you got a rookie not prepared for it. You take an early lead. You're up 2-0 in the first, and real quickly here, it should have been more. Gene Segura gets picked off going to second base. Not picked off, but gunned out at second base. And Bryce Harper on a ball to the right side gets thrown out at home plate going on contacts. And I thought maybe it could have been 4 or 5-0. But really, that's irrelevant. Because at the end of the day, after Kyle Schwarber's 7,000-foot homer, it was 7-0. Close the damn game out from there. How do you lose? And it's aggravating because this Diamondbacks team did have a really heartbreaking moment for you last year. And I thought early on, I'm texting my buddies, I'm texting the group chat saying, what a great response here. Honestly, what a damn statement for them to do that type of, explosion early. To let them know we're not playing games. To let them know this is not going to be a 3-game sweep where Arizona takes your nuts. It won't happen. Instead, we're here. Madison Bumgarner sucks. You're seeing 100+ miles per hour off the bat, hit after hit after hit after hit. The dude's getting shelled to the point where, and I'll say Arizona Diamondbacks fans as if there's any actually there, but you got your own stadium booing him off the diamond as he's walking back to the dugout. That's how much the Phillies got to him. And I'm looking up going, this is unbelievable. How is this happening? Now, deep down, I do feel that if the same scenario played out 100 times, 99 times the Phillies would win. Right? I don't think Christopher Sanchez walks everybody every time he gets the nod. And honestly, there is statistics to prove that that's not the case, right? Because he does do okay when his number's called once in a while. Like, it's not every time. He did give you a quality start the last time around. But still, knowing the time of year, knowing you're going into September, knowing that Zach Wheeler is somewhat out of it at the moment, like this is a golden chance that you can't piss away. If this is May, if it's June, there's less stress on the outcome. But this is when you have to show your worth. This is when you need to come together as a core and make sure that this nonsense doesn't occur. So I'm pissed, and I can't wait to see how this team responds tonight. Aaron Nola, a lot of pressure on Nola now. And he had a lot of pressure after that Mets debacle, and he responded pretty damn well with the shutout complete game, going 9 innings. Granted, against a horrendous Reds team. But still, it's difficult to go the distance no matter what type of embarrassing squad is on the other side. So, you better step up, baby. Let me see it. I can't believe it. I'm like stunned. You know, you got 6 runs in the 4th inning, 6 runs following that. Look at that box score. It makes you want to throw up. They're batting around. Guys are getting 62 at-bats this game. I'm mocking the rook for Arizona who can't make a play in right field, and then he comes up large. Of course. I'm tweeting at Madison Bumgarner going, Bumgarner? More like Brandon Workman. The Phillies lose. I'm an idiot. I'm the douchebag. It's nuts. I didn't see this coming from this team. I didn't. Why? Because they've put away all these teams with the breeze. Now, maybe, and this is me reaching for every sort of positivity in this. I'm sure they're just as stunned as we are, looking around the clubhouse afterwards thinking, in what universe, right? They let their foot off the gas. Yo! Kyle Schwarber, this is, right? I'm putting myself in Kyle Schwarber's shoes. Yo! This shit can't happen! So now, when they're playing other September games, they date back to this. Now, you could date back to another 7-run lead that they blew, but that was really early in the year. And the fact that there's so many to choose from over the last few years makes me sick. But you look back at this one. I don't want this to happen. I don't want this to be the case. But is it going to be a blessing in disguise by the end of it? So that when there's another time around the block, it goes a different way. Because you have this memory that's hurting you deep down. And pisses you off and engages some sort of fire. Because you have to experience these types of situations, for a big smack in the face. Did they need a smack in the face to help them throughout this September run? We are not the same. We won't allow this to go down. We're not going to collapse. Because the fan base is waiting. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be the case, but that's how it is. This fan base is waiting. A lot of the fans are focusing more on what they aren't instead of enjoying what they are. And today's not the day to try and rub that in your face. Big picture, yeah, you should acknowledge that. That enjoy the fun, enjoy the 90-plus wins, instead of focusing on what they're not, enjoy what they are. After tonight's loss, though, have at it. Don't blow it all up, but have at it. And I'm just curious if this is something internally that they can utilize the right way here to, to push forward and to make the change. Because this is the old stuff. We're not the old team. I don't know. That sounds like desperation, though, as I'm talking out loud. That sounds like someone who is at the bottom, who's low. I'm feeling very low today. I woke up. I'm not feeling great. First of all, you look at the clock, it's 12:45. What is going on? I'm tired as hell. You're grinding through it. You're seeing a mess. It's easier when it's not slop, right? To stay up, embrace it, beating up on a bad team again. I could stay up till 3 a.m. if they're going to win. It wasn't even close. I even thought when the Diamondbacks made it 7-6, all right, that stunk, but the Phillies will be all right. That was stupid. Didn't see that one coming. Didn't think I'd see Ranger. Now it's back-to-back from Ranger Suarez. And the last time he started to become better, what happened? They had the back spasms. They took him out a little bit. They let him rejuvenate. They took a whole different approach. There's no time for that now, fellas. You don't have Zach Wheeler. Now, we are hearing that they feel better about where the projection is with Zach Eflin. I'm sorry, but if I'm putting all my chips in the one hand here on Zach Eflin, I think you're in some trouble. The dude can't stay healthy. Now, I've been speaking to some people who are saying, look, the organization is letting beat reporters know and going out of their way to emphasize Zach Eflin. Don't forget Zach Eflin. What are we supposed to expect out of Eflin? I get it. Healthy, he's okay. But still, what are we doing here? It's incredible. Disbelief. It's disgusting. If I'm those pitchers, come on, man. You look at it all the time where someone pitches the gem, but you don't get the run support. And you're like, really? You got shut out by the Pirates? Really? You got shut out by the Reds? All right, it's not great, but the offense will wake up. The offense puts up a 7-burger. They put up a touchdown and the extra point. They're giving it to you all. You got to get through, what was it, about the 4th inning or so? She got to get through 5 innings. The 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th. Grind through 6 innings or so without giving up 7, and you give up 13. Painful. You know, it's just painful. The fact that these damn headphones aren't staying on my head. I don't know what the hell is going on, but everything's pissing me off right now. Even my coffee, because it's probably a little cold. It's been 10 minutes since I was able to take a damn sip. It's lukewarm. Lukewarm. I don't like that much of lukewarm coffee. I got to microwave it. All right. Anytime hotline. We got some text messages from last night. Let's see here. We have one from Justin in Florida. I don't even know what to say. It reminded me of a Flyers game with that level of collapse. Well, here's the difference, Justin. I don't even know if I can remember late down the stretch the Flyers even being up to blow leads. They just got smacked and called daddy, and they just got beaten down, right? They're the team that goes down 7-0, and then they just, that's it. We're done. We quit. We're over. We're screwed. So they don't even have that level of fight back because they were an embarrassment. But he continues. What do you think, bro? It's just a bad game from the Phils or the beginning of the September collapse? Now, I don't think this is the beginning of the September collapse. If they lose this series, though, I'm definitely going to even embrace more outrage because it just can't happen, okay? It just cannot happen. I won't allow it to happen. You can't lose this series. You cannot. So, even if they do, I don't call it a September collapse until we see what happens against the Braves, until we see what happens against Toronto. Like, that's going to tell us a lot about more of who the team is right there. The Braves. Maybe I could fix these damn headset. The Braves. You got a few more games with them. You got to imagine, just a numbers game, they're not going to win every series the rest of the way. It connects us to such bad feelings with this logo. This is equivalent for me personally. I don't know if it's like this for everybody else, but we always dated back to the Marlins. Well, this Diamondbacks team is in that range just because of how big the series was last season and how small they came up. Different players, different guys added. I thought that would change it, and it has for the majority of it, but I can't stand it. So, the beginning of the class, I can't go beginning of the class. Just because they lose a series, I'm not going to automatically say that's the beginning of a collapse, because there are still a lot of series left to go. Just statistically speaking, I don't see it where they win every single series the rest of the way. So just because they lose a series doesn't mean they're collapsing fully. That's just more from a general sense. So it would take me a few times of speechlessness and a few times of bizarro world for me to start talking about how, this is them completely running off the deep end. Appreciate the text message, Justin. We got another one here from, This is a Jonathan, it looks like. Jonathan says, how on earth will this team recover from this? Well, they play again today. And if they win, then they've recovered. Baseball's strange. You have ones that rip your heart out of your chest. Sometimes it lingers 3 games. Sometimes it doesn't. Now, you have the right person on the mound. If they were throwing Bailey Falter, if they were throwing someone else, and I do know Bailey Falter's up in the rotation pretty soon here, maybe I do have a little bit more nerves. But this Aaron Nola has been sensational. Very, very sharp. And ironically, I bring him up when everybody ties him to the September collapse, and I'm here feeling great about him. But that's because this year, he's been our rock. He really has. Him and Zach Wheeler, the combination of the two, have been such a dynamic duo. But I'm going to give Aaron Nola the benefit of the doubt, considering other than that Mets game that he had sandwiched in between an 8-inning performance of 1 earned run ball against the same New York Mets team and a complete game shutout. One against one of the best teams in baseball, one against one of the worst teams in baseball, just shows that he could do it against either or. Let's ride with him. Once again, instead of saying he's not, it's about what he is right now. Well, he's not this in years past. Well, right now he has been electric. So I'm riding with him. I cannot, let me stress this again. I cannot sit here and tell you that this loss is the end of the world. I will tell you, though, that I'm confused on how they let this happen. Both can be true. Does that make me question who they are? Not yet. To be fair, I thought they were over this. Truthfully, I thought that they were over this style of breaking down. How much of this is where your bullpen is? Health concerns. If you have Sir Anthony, if you have Corey Knebel, if you have your pen, and you're able to utilize your bullpen over the last couple of games the way that you would want to. And look, Ranger Suarez goes 3 2/3, so you are looking for a little bit more length of some of these guys. So maybe it is a Sanchez or maybe it is a Bilotti trying to utilize the slider instead of challenging some guys. But he has had success utilizing that slider before. It just wasn't his day on that given night. So maybe some of these blah guys are still used. But I'd have to imagine that previous decisions factor into some of the decisions. It just, you know how it works. Somehow the way you use the bullpen, not somehow, but the way you used the bullpen 4 days ago affects where everyone is today. And if guys are healthy, is it just different? Do you grind it out differently? Maybe not, because you're talking about a 4th inning. So you know that that's an area where you go for your Nick Nelsons of the world, your Bilottis of the world. But maybe there's a quicker leash on some of these guys because you have more bodies. I'd have to imagine that plays well. You could even see when he picked Jose Alvarado, and Jose Alvarado was throwing some pitches there before his first AB, that Rob Thompson made some facial expressions and sort of, you could read his body language as he was looking at his scorecard there, his paper, and I think he was trying to all right, if I use him tonight, and his brain's starting to go. You could see almost the way he was wired thinking about, all right, now how does this add up to what we have the rest of the way? And that's why, too, with Aaron Nola, pressure to go deep. Because you had to run through a lot of bodies. You had to throw a ton of arms. Way more than you would like to. And look, I'm pretty aware here of the errors and the sloppy defense, whether it's over at second base or Alec Boehm missing that backhanded play. That's a part of this team's identity, and sometimes it's okay for the pitcher to have the players in the fields back. Normally we say, wow, look at that great defensive play. Really helped out the pitcher there. Fantastic. Robbed the hitter of a hit. It could have been a double down the line, but instead it was an excellent play by the outfielder. Or what a grab by Bryce and Stotney. Gets up, sets his feet, and guns someone out at first base. I'm sure the pitcher loves it, right? And it shows whoever's on the mound clapping their hand or taking the hat off to give them a nice little how do you do in recognition. Well, it can go the other way, where Alec Boehm, Gene Segura, a mistake occurs, and then the pitcher goes, I'm going to shut this guy down for you and strike him out in 4 pitches. I'm going to get a rollover to second base again, and we're going to make this play this time. Like, it can go down that way instead of walk, missing the zone, falling behind. And let's be honest, they got lucky because there were some hacks up at the dish, and I thought, okay, what? This guy hasn't thrown a strike in how many pitches, but they're hacking at that one? It could have been even worse. So, yeah, defense didn't help you. But the defense is always going to be below average with this team. They're still managing to win a lot of baseball games, and especially with the 7-0 lead, come on. It can't be the difference in them scoring 13 runs or not. That's not an excuse. Crazy. It's a crazy world we live in. I want to thank everybody so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button as well. And if you're looking to buy tickets for any event out there, you can utilize the promo code BROADS at SeatGeek's checkout page for $20 off your purchase. It eliminates all those fees, so don't worry about it. That's free parking. It can go to free booze in the ballparks. So make sure you get yourself to a game today, and I will see you next time.